The process of working with ElCroquis was really fantastic. Firstly, they kind of understand the vagaries of architecture. They're deeply, deeply embedded in architecture. They are all architects, so that's exciting. And they were really patient with us and came back to see projects a couple of times and waited till they were finished, which was amazing. I don't think we've really made a change in the way that we show our work, but I think we really appreciate the way they've shown our work, which is really lovely. I think having conversations with peers is a really constructive way to work, because it was interesting, the two people we had conversations with are both critics, and Martino used to be at ETH, Martino Steerley, who's now the architecture curator at MoMA. He used to be at ETH, so he was familiar with Tom, with our work. Tom has a professorship over at ETH. We're really involved with lots of European practices. I think since college we've been following European practices. It's very mixed, so I don't think it's specifically Spanish. When I was at college, Josep Luis Mateo was an amazing influence. I loved his paved village projects and other works where he'd taken existing flats and overlaid a new system with that, Maneo, further back. But we're collaborating with Jan de Wilde, with De Wilde Vinktalia, with Inga and Jo and Jan. We collaborated on the Pompidou and the Maritime Museum with them. We are good friends, and sort of conversations with Office, with Kirsten Gears, David Severin. I'm not sure what advice I'd have liked to receive when I was a student. There was a piece of advice I did receive as an art student before I became an architect, which was draw every day, draw for an hour every day. And I would say I think that's an amazing piece of advice. I didn't really do it enough at the time, but I think you should. And I think part of it is it helps you to see what you have there. And the other thing I would say is I think it's an amazing profession. It can transform lives individually and collectively, and therefore challenge the norms. Keep challenging, and it will make a difference. References for films for young people who are studying architecture. I think just first to mind is London, Patrick Keeler and Robinson in Space, which are both kind of really amazing portraits of city, but also globalization and infrastructure, what serves a city, what effect and impact that has on the rest of the country. They're really exciting. More obliquely, someone like Andrea Arnold, I think, is amazing. Female director in Britain who I would see Fish Tank and American Honey, amazing films, and really important socially. Divines is another French filmmaker, extraordinary film, really, really important socially. And these are about our cities, and I think that we need that consciousness in making architecture. So one is the Architecture Foundation, and that's sort of it's moved its home into the Barbican Arts Centre. So it uses their really big theatre and auditorium to have architectural talks, and now you get audiences of 2,000 people and 1,200 people regularly, 1,200 people in the theatre, 2,000 people in the concert hall to come and see architects. And architects are coming from all over the world, and you can go and see brilliant talks. The Royal Academy does really fantastic architectural kind of interventions and shows. It's got a really dynamic curator there.